same thing in January? I doubt.
What do you think the people are seeing and hearing?
Very simple. The people are beginning to see, wow, we have the power. Look at Olkalou. And we'll go back there. And I said, like last time, we'll talk about Olkalou for the next many years. It will be taught in universities and every other conversation. There were two issues about Olkalou. One was money. That money can sway you. But number two, violence. When the vehicles came and they were full of pre-marked ballot papers, the masses simply came and blocked the roads. And they said, if you want to shoot, I don't know how many people of us you're going to shoot. The people are seeing and hearing. That thing is all over the country now that we have the last word. So finally, they are targeting people who are doing violence. They are being marked and they're not going to go far. That's the reality we have right now. And that's the direction we are going to go.
Okay. The direction that people are going to go is the decision that the people want to take. I think we were tasked with a responsibility. And then so now we're asking ourselves the question, what are the issues? What are the issues? Because I think a lot of times what passes through the sieve is those. What are the issues that must be dealt with? Whereas there is a space for the politics where there must be the mudslinging or people have to hate on one another. But then we exist in a space where we're starting to employ things which will take away from the issues. How do we get people to be centered on the issues? Or is that just not in the interest of anybody right now?
No, it is. It is. Let me tell you what will happen. One, what I think, like where we are and where we are going to the next year, we are going to see the people are beginning to understand that there are things being forced on them, right? You know, you are forced to love this thing. You are forced to say two-term and all these kind of things. So people are beginning to crystallize. Now, and they're very particular. You keep on talking here about agendas and all. Let me tell you, people know what they want. People know that they want a working as a health system. They want a working education system. They want this routine and corruption to end. This private interest and all this kind of, nepotism and all that in public service. They simply want this issue of debts because they know they are the ones who are going to suffer because of the debts. People know what they want. And people have an idea who can take them to where they want to go. It's very, very simple. So you'll see as we go on, the whole country becomes one. You will not be able to come and say, oh, nyinyi watu wa Kisii, nyinyi watu ya Masai, nyinyi watu ya Western. All it is everybody. From Mount Kenya to Northeastern to Coast to Ukambani. It's going to be everything. And the movement is, this thing is learning on its own. It has its own, it has its own energy. And the whole movement is coming together. So where you would say, oh, watu ya Mlima, watu wa Kabila, watu wale, it will not be there. It is a whole system moving. Look at what happened like yesterday. One team was there. The other one was in Ukambani, Mama Chakos. The other one was in Gatundu. It is not about one person. It's not about you versus this. It's a whole country against bad leadership.
There is what the people want, and rightfully so you've said, the people know what it is they want. But one must also ask the question, does what the people want resonate with what the political class is saying, or rather is doing, to be on the same page with what the people want? Or is it different from what the political class wants?
If you look at the messaging, now look here, if you look at our messaging as a people in the alternative government, our messaging is very simple. And it's very simple. That look here, 75, I put it at it myself, 80% of the problems we have in this country, 80, it is simply because of the president we elected, William Ruto. And we are saying, if we simply remove that president, 80%, because it's about personality and character. You cannot tame somebody who believes that they must overtax you. It is their belief and they are the president. What do you do? You cannot do something about somebody, personality and character of somebody who believes I'm supposed to be imperial president. Okay? It was not a slide. It was not a slip of the tongue the other day. He said, I'll be here 25 years to come. I have been telling you, when the president is coming talking about Vision 2060 and all that, it's not talking about somebody for somebody else. In his mind, it is him he's talking about. How he can manipulate everything. God forbid, he wins another term, and then extends, and then literally kills the constitution to rule forever. It is himself. So how can you deal with such a person? I'm talking here with somebody saying, look at the independent institutions. They have to look back whether whatever they are doing, it is acceptable to the men in the system, to government. Now, that is what we are saying. The messaging is very simple. 80% of our challenges, and I have told you this before here, and I'll repeat it for the benefit of our viewers. We need just a team to sit down, agree on 10 issues. One is public debt, health, education, right? Issues on corruption and rule of law, constitutionalism. Agree 10 issues. Just like 10 people seated on the table here. Then agree. How do we do it? 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, education. Can you take a team 5 days, come us back and announce it's done, like what we did in 2002. We don't need so many stories. 80% of the challenges you are going through. Look at the issues of fuel. Look at the issues of increase of electricity. I talked to some because I'm doing something. I'm in the team doing something for DCP on the issues on policies. Alternative policies we are coming up with. Of course, you're going to be launching them around October. I asked one person, look here, guy. No stories. Kenyans are tired. Tell us, is it possible to reduce the price of the cost of electricity? He said yes. I said, by how much? 40% today. It's all about goodwill. Is it possible to reduce the price of diesel and today, diesel and petrol? He said yes. By how much? I think 36 shillings or 35. It is possible to do these things. So Kenyans know that. And we are telling them, look here. We are telling them, we have been there. We know. We are not talking things from there. You know, sometimes you are being accused. You talk so much when you're outside. And when you go inside, you find that things are difficult. The opportunity to give you the person, to give out to the person that you people want. We cannot. Let me give an example. There are some members of parliament who have been on the other side of the supporting the government for all that time. Then I will give an example of this Mount Kenya. Then they are coming back home. The Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, being the party leader and a father figure for that matter, cannot tell you no. He'll say, "Oh, you want to join? Fine. If you have found that this is a party of the movement and the one you want to associate with." But then he'll tell you, kindly, I send you back to the people. If you have come now, people have been there on the ground, they know you. Look at what happened with your Kalau. There are people who came the last minute saying, I have money. By the way, I can, with tracks and music and all that. But people are like, excuse me, guys, and who are you? Where did you come from? There's this guy here, okay, who vied last time. He was number 2, right? He has been consistent on the ground. He associated with DCP the first day. He was actually the coordinator, the county coordinator of DCP in the whole Nyandarua County. So people are able to see from what we saw in Olkalao. People are able to know, excuse me, who is this person who we can trust? Mm-hmm. Consistency. He has been there. Their capacity to be able to do a better job than the predecessor. So that one will also apply. I want to say again, if today somebody knocks their door, unfortunately, there was one MP who couldn't get to see the Honorable Rigathi Gachagua to Munyoro because the people there were other delegations around there. So when they saw this guy, and they remember what he has been saying, he said, no, it is us who are deciding you are not going to get him. And then that one left, but others are able to see him. He will come and say, fine, welcome, and a cape is put on your head, and then you don't go to the people. It happened yesterday. The man could not speak to his people, an elected member at Gatondo South. Guys are like, excuse me, we got done with you long time ago. Because the pronouncement you have been making, it is not possible that you have turned around. But remember also, there are people who the president will send. Give them the blessings, go and vie on DCP. You are my person. Doctor. And I will fund you even to come back. So there are all those issues which we must be very clear. The back stops with the voter. I can tell you, the kind of civic education we are doing here, people must agree. I mean, surely, you need to understand what kind of a